Hello friends, welcome to my channel here at Techies. This is our Angular 21 tutorial for beginners part 13. In this video, let me explain how to use JSON Server REST API in our Angular application. First, let me tell you what is JSON Server REST API. The JSON Server is a lightweight zero-coding Node.js package that lets you create a fully functional fake REST API from the simple JSON file. It is mainly used for front-end developers and beginners. So the idea is very simple. In JSON Server REST API, we don't have a database. So we can use one small JSON file. That JSON file will act as the database. Okay. And also I have mentioned this is fake REST API. The reason is this API we can use for front-end development and also for studying. We cannot use in the production. Okay. The use case is very simple. If you are a front-end developer, so you may don't have the back-end infrastructure set up in your machine. Okay, and also you don't have the actual API. So in this case, based on our requirement, we can define our JSON Server REST API with a minimal effort that we can use for our testing purpose. So now we can see step by step how to install the JSON Server REST API and how to run the API. Finally, we can test all the HTTP verbs using Postman tool. For the installation, we have to use this command in. Okay, the installation gets completed. So next we can verify the installed version. JSON server version. Okay, we have installed this beta version. Okay, so next we can create one JSON file. In our Angular application, inside the source folder, I am creating one new folder data. Okay, so there we can have one new JSON file. We can provide the name as db.json. Okay, so here you may have a question whether it is created in this order. Definitely no. We can create the file in any of the area. Okay, and also the naming also not a problem. We can provide whatever name is required. For making this into standard, I have created this data outside of the app folder. Okay, so the next thing is we have to run this API. Let me go to the terminal. So the command is JSON server watch. Okay, then we have to provide the path. Inside the source we have a data, then db.json. See, our API is running in the port number 3000. Okay, so in case if you want to change the port number, we have to mention port number also while executing the command. Okay, let me show you the same command only. JSON server, we need to mention like port. See, our new port number 3001. So anyway, for this video I am going to use the default one 3000 only. So we can execute the same old command. Okay, now this is fine. So next we can define some objects here. For the example purpose, I am providing company. Okay, we can provide one empty array. So now we look at here, we got one new endpoint. Similarly, let me provide another one object, employee, again providing one empty array. Okay, so now we have two endpoints. Okay, similarly we can create the n number of endpoints. Okay, so next we can provide some static values. In this company, I'm adding one object. Okay, let me save this one. So now if I'm copying this company, we put in the browser, see, we got a response. So now this is the get method. So we are able to test using this browser itself. For verifying other HTTP verbs like put, post, delete, we have to use the postman. Okay, so let me go to the postman. So here you can click this new and I'm choosing this HTTP. Okay, so default you can see the get method. Okay, and posting this URL as well. See, we got a response. So now what I'm going to do, let me add one more record. So now if I'm trying once again, response is 200 and we got two records. So next we can work for the post method. So in this case, I'm taking the another API endpoint, employee. Okay. In the same postman, I'm creating one new request and pasted this URL and changing this HTTP verb here. Of the get, I'm choosing post. So next we need to pass the data. So in this body section, we can provide the object. I can provide a user1, then email, then salary. Now let me send the request. See, 201 is created and we have ID. This is the random value. Okay. Now if I'm look at our API side, we have the record. Similarly, let me make one more request. Instead of the user1, I am providing user2. Here also we can provide user2. So we can make the request once again. Okay, we got another one record. Okay. So the same endpoint we can run with the get method. So we got a two response. Okay. Now for getting the individual object, let me use like, okay, see, we got the single object. Okay, so by passing the unique value, we can get the individual object. So next we can see how to apply the filter based on some specific field. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do, we can use the same object. So additionally, I'm going to include one more field. Okay, the mode contract. I added the contract and adding one more new object. Okay, I'm changing all those values. Now let me copy this ID in the same postman. I'm executing like this. Okay. We got the individual information in the object format. So now my expected output is based on this mode, I have to filter the employees. Okay. So in this case, we have to use like, okay, and pass mode and then value contract. We got all the records, right? We change like permanent. In this case, expected response is two objects. See, we got the two objects only. So in case if I'm providing permanent, it will return a single record but not in the single object. Okay, it will return as the array. Okay, you can feel the difference. So here we can pass multiple parameters also. Okay, now I just passed this permanent. At the same time, if I want to pass salary as well, I have to pass like this. Okay, there is the record is not matched. In case if I provide 2500, then it will show this record. Okay. So now we have completed get method and get with different filters and post method. So next we can work for the put method. Okay, put is used for the update. Maybe we can take the same object. Okay, and copy put method, right? In this put method, from the URL itself, we have to pass the unique ID. Next, in this body, we have to provide the object. We copy this one. So here I am going to change the salary into 3000. Okay, and user 31. So now if you look at here, if I'm executing this one, we are getting the 2500 only. Once I executed this put method, 200. Okay, now if I look at the response, I'm executing once again. It is changed into 300, and also you can see this value email also got changed. Okay, Finally, we can work for the delete. So delete also, I'm taking the same ID. Instead of the get, I'm changing this into delete. And again, in this delete also, we need to pass the unique ID through this URL itself. So next we have to make a request. 200. So now, if I'm executing this get method, get a not found because the data is not there. Even though if you look at here, we have two entries only. So in case if I'm trying to remove this one, 51ED, I have to provide it in this place. Once I executed, okay, it's got deleted. Now if I'm checking here, okay, the record got removed. Okay, it is working fine. Now we have covered get, put, post and delete. The same API endpoints we can use in our Angular application also. So that already I have covered in my previous video services. Using the HTTP client, we can call all type of methods. Okay, anyway, let me show you. This is my one of the services and I have injected this HTTP client. We have a API endpoint. Okay, it provides the extension for get, post, put and delete. Okay, and also we can pass the required parameters. It will work. So in my future videos, obviously I will use JSON server REST API in many places. So that's why I have provided this video. So if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.